Hey everyone, it's Melody with Design by Melody. I'm here today with the fifth layout using my Cocoa Daisy June kit. I know it's July, but I'm still working on this June kit. Actually, I don't even think I started working on the June kit until July started, but I'm flying right through this kit. This is another 12 by 12 layout. I'm using a single 4 by 6 photo, and I'm using this beautiful, beautiful lime green, teal, and kind of navy and white background paper. I love it. It's kind of an imperfect stripe, meaning that they're striped, but they're not exactly perfect stripes. And I absolutely love this. So what I decided to do, because I had this large white tag and I had my photo, I decided to go ahead and make a little bit of a grid layout, or at least a layout that's kind of set up in a grid format. But it's just going to be pretty basic, nothing crazy, just more of a grid in the center of the page. So I'm just cutting up the different bits and pieces of paper that I have left to see how it actually all fits together. And I'm going to use one of the little, not post-it notes, but one of the little, pieces of paper from the pad of paper that came in the kit. So this one says at the very top, present moment equals wonderful moment. And I just cut off the part of it that has the fish, just so I would have the greens and the blues without having the fish on there. I do like the fish, but it's, it didn't really go with the layout itself. So I'm just kind of creating a couple different things, layering a bunch of different elements up here, just using what I have left in my stash. I'm not really being real perfect about it. I added this one little piece at the bottom of this tag kind of at a diagonal just to bring in some more color to the tag itself. I'm going to add a few little strips of paper, the little bit of the glassine bag that I have left. A few of the manufacturing strips I'll be using here. Just a bunch of little things to kind of layer on top and see how, just to kind of bring all the little bits and pieces that I have left in this kit together. This is one of those little strips of paper. Now this was not a manufacturing strip, but it was a strip that I had cut off the edge of a paper when I matted the background paper onto 12 by 12 cardstock. But this top piece that I'm using right here, it was cut off of another sheet of paper whenever I kept the manufacturing strip on the paper and just cut off the top of it, using a little bit of washi here and there. And then this is kind of the base of my layout. I'm going to layer a bunch of different things on top and embellish as appropriate, but mostly this is kind of how the layout's going to end up being. I, of course, as I have been doing, decide to use a few of these circles. I use 2 full circles and then a half circle that's on the edge of the paper. This one that's teal that was on the edge of the paper says go, 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 and it's going to go right off the edge of this little bit to the right. This one says awesome sauce, and it's going to go up here to the top of the tag. And then this last one says all you, and it's going to go down on that darker teal paper that has the glassine bag on it. Now this photo is from Kaylin's birthday party. Whenever he turned 4, we did his birthday at a kids cooking studio, which was totally cool, by the way. If you have a young child and has a December birthday or a winter birthday, check out the cooking studios. See if you have a kids themed one in your area, because this was totally cool. His birthday's in December, so it's kind of hit or miss what the weather will be like, and it ended up being rainy that day, so it was perfect that we did something inside. Pulling out my planner stickers that came in my Cocoa Daisy kit again, and I'm using one of the reinforcers that matches the color scheme. And I also pulled a hashtag circle sticker off of there and put it on that, and the heart. Put them on the circles. So the hashtag went at the top with the awesome sauce one, and then the heart went on the one that says all you. I'm also looking at some alpha stickers to use for my title. So I have these vellum ones, but they were more of a sky blue versus a teal blue. So I just kind of pulled out a bunch of the alpha stickers that I've been working here recently with. I'm not the best at filing my alphas back in my basket. I kind of pile them on top as I'm done using them. And then about every couple weeks or so, I'll go back in and kind of file them, and I put the smaller ones at the front all the way to the larger chipboard ones at the back of my basket. They all fit in my basket, but I just I pile them on top as I use them. But when I'm working with a kit, sometimes it's nice to have a few alphas already piled on top that work. They match or they coordinate with the kit, and that's kind of how these were. This coordinated with the kit already, and I knew it did because I had already used it. So my title is going to be Happy Boy, Birthday Boy. So I wasn't exactly sure how long I needed my line to be here. I'm using my Sharpie fine point or fine tip marker, ultra fine tip I think is what it is, and I'm just putting this on here. So it's going to say Happy Boy, and then it's going to have a comma, and then it'll say Birthday Boy, and the Birthday Boy is split between two lines. And these alphas are from Ellie's Studio. They're the letters and numbers alphas in teal. These are really fun. I like this size alpha. I've used the pale pink ones in a previous layout with this kit as well, which is really nice. I like those alphas a lot. I finally just decided to pull out my tweezers because it makes it a little bit easier. These alphas aren't too tiny, but they're small enough that sometimes your fingernails get in the way. And that's kind of where I was. Alright, so I put my dot on my eye, and then I'm going back in just to draw the last little line where it's going to say boy. And I really like the way that this title looks. I really love the background paper, but if I tried to put a title right directly on the background paper, it would have been really busy. So I'm glad that I had this large white tag to use, and I'm glad that I went ahead and decided just to use it on this layout. It helps that I was able to change out the reinforcer and not have that dark brown reinforcer on the tag. I like having it be a coordinating color. Now you can also make those just with your circle punches if you don't have decorative reinforced stickers, reinforcer stickers. So you could use like maybe a 1/2 inch circle punch, and then do a 1/4 inch or a regular hole punch in the middle of that to make it a reinforcer. But it's really kind of nice to have a decorative reinforcer on there, and this one's just that bluish teal color that's striped. That's pretty much it. Alright, so I don't really have any of my elements glued down yet, and I need to start doing that here shortly because things start shifting around on me. But I kind of like laying a few of my basics out before I glue anything down to make sure that I'm happy with it, and I am pretty happy with it. I am going to go ahead and add my journaling on here as well. If I can, I like to add my journaling before I glue it all down. It just makes it a little bit easier for writing, and then that way if I were to make a mistake, it's a lot easier to replace than it would be to have to tear the whole layout apart. So my journaling just says, and I'm using one of the little journaling squares I cut apart from the that one pattern paper that had journaling squares on it, and it had a yellow pattern on the other side. Oh, I'm sorry, it had that. That's the opposite side of that dark teal paper that's under my photo. So it just says we had an awesome birthday party at the kids' cooking studio at North Hills. The kids made pizzas and cookies. They also had reading time and had super fun superhero cupcakes. We had so much fun. Such a great place to have a party. Sorry, I don't know why I'm having a hard time reading my writing. Anyways, so I'm gluing everything down. It kind of helps to not have things shift around as you're working with it, and it also kind of shows me, I can sit back and take a look at it and see if there are any gaps. So obviously there's a lot of open space, and some of the spaces are starting to bug me a little bit, but I don't want to overly embellish it either because the background is so busy already that if I over embellish it, it just doesn't look right. So I'm going to bring out a few little bits and pieces. I'm going to pull the asterisks off of the alpha sticker sheet. I'm also going to pull some of the circles off of the planner sticker sheet, and I pulled, and some of the circles are the inside of the reinforcer, whole reinforcer stickers. I pulled a few little arrows off of there, and then I also pulled a star off of that planner sticker sheet. You're going to be able to see these a lot better in the still photos at the end of the video if you like to see those. But I'm just adding little stickers here and there, trying to fill in a few of the little gaps without making anything real busy. I'm adding this little banner sticker here on the side of that tag. It pulls in that corally red color. And I had a visitor, can you tell? He loves looking up and seeing his self on my camera as I record. Drives me crazy sometimes, but he absolutely loves seeing himself on the camera. So anytime that I'm recording and he's awake or he's home and he's not busy playing basketball or something, he loves to come stick his hand in the camera. Now, usually I edit that out, but sometimes it's just fine. I'm just going to leave it. It's my real life. It's not too distracting or anything. But anyways, back to the layout. I added 2 word stickers, actually, and they weren't separate words. I cut them apart. I think the celebrate was actually its own word, but I cut the U off of a different sticker. So those are some Cosmo Cricut tiny text word stickers, and they're in the brights color, so it has a bunch of different colors, words in different colors. So I just picked out the celebrate you, and that kind of matched that red coral color as well, and it kind of fills in that empty space that's on that top piece of paper over there, that teal cardstock. Going through the rest of my embellishments here on my little tray, trying to decide what else I can add. I wanted to add one of these tabs, but I wasn't sure which one, and I'm going to end up settling on this one, which is kind of a neon. It looks very yellow in the screen, but it's really a neon green. It's just a slight shade lighter than the lime green that's on the background paper. Now, one thing that I like to do to kind of contain my layout when I'm starting to feel like it's either not grounded or it's starting to float away on me, or it's just whatever, it's just not feeling cohesive, I like to add some border lines around the edge just to kind of bring it all together. And that is almost going to finish this. I'm adding my comma, and I'm also going to add those 2 little asterisks on the bottom point here, and then that's going to finish it up. Make sure you look for the still photos at the end and check out my blog to find more information on these layouts. All right, guys, thank you so much and have a great afternoon. Bye.